It's 4 years today. Wow, 4 years. That's unbelievable. You know, yesterday was a very hard day for me. Some of you read my post, perhaps. So, all this time I've had to hold everything in, be the professional. I'm tired of it. Quite frankly, I'm tired of it. So, with the civil trial coming up, still due for late August, I think it's the 24th, I'll have the opportunity to be on the stand this time. In the criminal case, the defense wouldn't dare call me to the stand. Very good move on their part. I had a lot to say. But they can't stop me this time. This picture just gets me. I'll talk about the movie. So, already, not only the 6 involved, but several police officers from Fullerton have had their depositions. 2 former chiefs of police, the current chief, and 2 former mayors have all been deposed. They will all be on the stand, spewing their lies. I have copies of all the depositions. I can't go into them, but you will also understand that they're lying, because you already know the truths that are out there. Personally, I didn't really care about the civil trial. I didn't want the media there. I didn't want exposure. I love all of you, but I didn't even want you there. It's just not important other than for justice. And in our society, I didn't make the rules, you didn't make the rules. People long time ago made the rules. You can only sue for money. Well, how can I not sue them? I can't just tell them, hey, it's okay, I'm not going to sue you. I'm suing for justice, and I want the truth to come out, and it's going to now. If I have a gag order put on me from the judge, I'll violate it. I'll violate it. I've never been in jail on the inside of the bars necessarily, on the outside working them. I don't care anymore. The truth's going to come out. This is my chance, my last chance and opportunity. I talked with the U.S. Attorney General's office about 3-4 weeks ago. An FBI agent from Los Angeles called me. The case is still ongoing. There's still a chance of filing federal charges. Though I was born at night, it wasn't last night. If it's been 4 years, are they really going to file? I don't have a lot of hope in it. However, they could be waiting for this new evidence to come out in the civil case to help use it. And more new evidence will come out. I will tell you, as you know, Chief Dan Hughes and I have worked together fairly well. That has come to an end. I'm still civil with the man. What he voiced in his deposition violated any trust I have with him, and it's going to come out in the civil trial. He did, in fact, and I think I've told you, it's in my deposition, it'll come out. On a Sunday afternoon in 2011, our protest was Saturday. We had an arrangement to meet in his office privately. Very casual, it's just him and I on the second floor. He's in jeans and a t-shirt, I believe, and I came in shorts and I don't know what. Just 2 of us up there. This is on a Sunday. The Sunday, the day before he was to mail out the termination letters for Ramos, Sentinelli, and Wolf. He did state to me, Ron, I can't tell you their names, they're protected by the Peace Officer Bill of Rights, but I think by what I'm going to read here, you'll understand who I'm talking about. And I certainly did. I certainly did. And he read the termination letters to me. So the entire time, all the way up to the criminal trial, I couldn't say this to anybody. It couldn't be brought out in the criminal trial because the Peace Officer Bill of Rights protects all the officers from the public, all of us knowing the truth. I don't want to know where they live. I don't want to know about their kids. I don't want that personal information. I want what every citizen wants, and that is when an officer of any type, anywhere, abuses a citizen. He has disciplinary actions taken on him. Citizen complaints. We have a right to know, and that's all I want. And so when they were terminated, I want this to be brought out in court. How come you're no longer a police officer in the city of Fullerton? Oh, really? Well, let's read your termination letter. If that was brought out in the criminal trial, we'd had a different outcome. But knowing they could hide behind this peace officer Bill of Rights, they got their corporal, the use of force expert that trains them in there to spew all his lies and say they did everything by the book, they're perfect, everything's great. Knowing the letters couldn't be brought in stating from Dan Hughes, I'm firing you because you screwed up, because you violated all the policies and procedures, because you didn't do your job right, and basically you beat this man to death. That's why I'm firing you. That could not be brought up because they were protected by law. My first time in Sacramento, I made a big case of it. I'm still talking with state senators on changing this, and I need everybody's support for this. Hell, I might even run for governor. I don't know. Yeah. If Schwarzenegger can do it, why can't I? Right?
There you go.
But we need this changed. We need this changed to where we as citizens have the absolute right to know. And it's been done in 4 states now. The last one was Illinois. Up in Chicago, they did it. Their Supreme Court said, you know what? You folks are absolutely right. We're done with it. You have the right to know when officers terminated or had disciplinary action. We need it here. We absolutely need it here.
Right.
So, I've talked about this, you've known about it, and here it is. The movie. It's coming out the end of September. Yep. It's here. It's here. It's going to debut at the International Film Festival in Monrovia. That's where the 605 and the 210 meet towards the end of September. I will make sure everybody understands when it's going to air. They're all going to be playing for a couple weeks out there. And what I'd like to do is have a date that most of us at least can agree on to where Kelly's Army can occupy the entire theater.
There you go.
We'll all go do that. It's in Monrovia. Okay. Now, if we have to get other transportation from here, perhaps, whatever, carpooling, get all the arrangements down, there will be plenty of time to do that and organize it. So Mr. Del Weston, he's the president of Action on Film and the International Film Festival. Put it shortly, he's one of the Hollywood movie people. Him and I have worked on this film. Now, a lot of you have known Costa Mantis. He started all this with us. He filmed a lot of you. He interviewed you. He's no longer in the picture, and that's okay. I guess that's a pun on words, but not deliberately. So it's Del and I. We completed the film. The final cuts are being done now. And I'll have a rough cut, and the trailer's going to be out maybe another week, and I'll send that out all over Facebook and share it, okay, the trailer for this. It'll be an incredible event. It's going to be extremely painful film. But it's the truth. It's the truth. And several of you are in it. Being interviewed, talked to, background, supporting, protesting, you're in it because you are Kelly's Army. So I'll have all the information at the end of September for you. I talked with Joe Phelps recently. Him and I still get along great, and we kind of joke about it. Him and I are basically, actually, he's the only one that can still talk to me from the city because of the civil case. And I get it. I get that. I talked to him about the permanent memorial again because I had his promise since 2011 there would be a permanent memorial. But all this is getting bulldozed. I've seen the blueprints. He brought me in. He wanted to make sure that I understood he wasn't making it up. I've seen the blueprints for all of it, even that parking structure. Everything's got to go. I want him to start right over there personally. And take that slide board out. Yeah. However, I don't think that's part of the plan. It's all the parking lot and structure. Therefore, that's why we don't have a permanent memorial yet. He guarantees me, promises me, it's still going to happen. He got Greg Seaborn, who I understand is the current acting mayor, on board, and Greg's on board with all of us.
Kelly's Army. Greg is a member.
Greg is a member of Kelly's Army.
And has been
since day one. Bruce Whitaker is also a member of Kelly's Army. They understand, they support. And Joe Phelps, you know, he calls me up on Father's Day. He calls me up all the time just to sing condolences. He doesn't forget. He doesn't forget. And what I'll say about him, not that I'm putting him on a pedestal, but he's always done everything he has said that he would do for us and for Kelly. He has never failed on anything that he has promised. As the city manager, this is huge. This is huge. Because of the way Kelly's Army conducts itself. It's because of the way we do business. We just want what's right. We just want what's right for everybody, no matter who they are. There's no race, creed, or color. The gentleman for Channel 5, love that man. He's been with us a lot. One of the questions he asked me when he interviewed, and it's going to show tonight at 6 o'clock on Channel 5, he says, Ron, there's a lot of folks out there protesting today with Black Lives Matter. Do you feel a connection to those people? I said, well, absolutely. I said, but I've said this before. I will never carry a sign that says Black Lives Matter. Don't hit me, Curtis. I got more. I got more. I will never carry a sign that says Black Lives Matter. I'll carry the sign that all lives matter.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
All lives. No race, creed, or color. That doesn't enter into my equation. All lives matter.
Yeah.
So I will not carry one that says white lives or brown or black or anything. All lives. I said, I absolutely feel the connection with everybody being murdered, beaten, shot, and these cops walking.
Dogs.
Walking. He says, Ron, do you think it's getting any better? I said, you know what? In some senses, it is getting better, but others, it's not getting better at all because the chiefs and the sheriffs still are not holding their people accountable. And I said, look at Santa Ana recently. Santa Ana, when they came in to bust this, what they're calling an illegal pot dispensary. Okay, well, if that's what they think it is, that's their job to go do it. I get all that, okay. But not when they start breaking down all the surveillance cameras and miss the secret ones. And they start eating the marijuana edibles.
Yeah, they're eating the edibles.
If you haven't seen it, go get the current issue of the OC Weekly, because it's on the cover and it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And I'm going to email it to the chief of Santa Ana personally and say, what are you doing about this?
Exactly.
I am.
Right. Exactly.
I'm emailing it to him. What are you doing about this?
Nice.
We want to know.
See what his response is then.
Yeah. But I've rambled on enough, and I hear a lot of you in there going, yeah, that's right, Ron. But very depressing for me. This one really hit hard this time. Really hit hard. Yesterday was a horrible day. All week I've been depressed over this because I realized that, especially yesterday, these guys are going out with their families. They're having a good time. Maybe toss back a couple cold beers while they have a barbecue. My son's dead at their hands. And not one of them has ever come forward and said, you know what, I'm really sorry that a man lost his life. That's not an admission of guilt, that's just being a human being.
Exactly.
If I had to shoot somebody in my self-defense, I would still feel bad I had to take a life. They haven't voiced that at all because they don't give a shit. They don't give a damn. They don't care. The same arrogant attitudes they've always had. They've always had this. So I'll keep everybody posted on what's going on with the feds. Like I say, it's still open and active. It's been at least 3 weeks. They said in 2 weeks they'd let me know. I said don't rush. Because honestly, I don't think you're going to charge them.
I think they're going to take the information from the civil trial.
I hope they take evidence from the civil and do something with it. I have relayed through the FBI my thoughts to the main prosecutor in the case. And, you know, I was visiting with some folks here, even the Channel 5 gentleman stating, In the criminal trial, I went in the back with the judge, the Rakakis, his team, and the defense team. Where the defense tried to keep me out of there, but I went back anyway, where the judge actually read the termination letters. And he says, by law, I can't admit these. We need to change it, people. One more time, we need to change that. When we have evidence of something bad has happened, we have absolute evidence, and it can't be admitted because money, through the peace officers associations, because money did the talking and the walking, not the law, not what's right. You have evidence. It's got to be admitted.
Right.
I won't see it any other way. I won't see it any other way. It's got to be admitted. And that would have changed this whole case for us. All right, well, there's the movie, then there's the dinner about a week after that or so, after the movies are over, and the awards dinner, which you can all go to, but I'm telling you now, it's $150 a seat, okay? It's literally the Oscars, one scale down. Red carpet, tuxedos, movie stars are there. It's a big night, okay? It'll be held in Pasadena. You want to go, you can. And for those of you who didn't hear, I will still be playing, because I'm meeting with the band next week for the first time, Van Halen's Ain't Talking About Love. I can't believe going on 60, I'm going to play that. But it's going good. So, any questions for me at all? Yes.
And I don't mean to be insensitive. It's that I wondered why. I saw the interview you did with Alex Witt on MSNBC.
Okay.
And pictures were shown of Kelly, but anytime anything is aired, they never show the picture of him in the hospital, how badly he was beaten.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering why that doesn't happen.
Well, I can't answer the question for them, but I do know that when all of this started, and I absolutely love this woman, Eileen Freer, Channel 7. She was the first one to come out. She's the only one who would come out, and she met with us at UCI, and Kevin was there, Kathy and I were there, and that was the morning, you know, and I had just taken all those pictures before she got there, and I showed them to her, and she goes, "Oh my God, Ron, I've never seen anything so horrible." And when you think about it, have you ever seen anything so bad on TV or anywhere? I hadn't. I didn't think of it at the time. Then she goes, "We can't show these. We can't show these." So it went to Europe. Europe says, "We'll show anything." And it came back. And through the Associated Press, and everybody started putting it out, and everybody's getting on the bandwagon. It's like, well, they're showing it. We got to show it. I mean, this is huge. Look at this. So some are still not wanting to show that, and I feel that is an injustice also. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. Let's show what it is. And that's why I sent them out there, because everybody had to know what they did to Kelly. Everybody had to know. And my thought, everybody's going to know. And this went worldwide. Deliberately. It didn't happen to go worldwide. It deliberately was sent worldwide. I wanted everybody to know what the hell they did to my son.
The fact that it's disturbing should be the reason why more people should have to see it.
Yes.
Face the reality.
Yes, face the reality. Very well put, face the reality. And that's, the movie's going to do the same thing. It's going to have it all in there. It's going to have it all in there. Yes.
Ron, is John and Ken still following you?
John and Ken is still up to speed on everything that's going on. We have email types of conversations. We're on board. Yeah, yeah. They're on board.
In the civil trial, is there a cap on how much the jury can award, or can they go crazy if they want?
You know, I don't talk about monies. I don't know caps. The jury can do anything they want. You know, the jury can do anything they want. That brings up a point, if I can only have one more second of your time. How many Fullerton residents are here?
I hate to put my hand down, but...
All right. You guys should really get pissed off. I mean, really pissed off, and I'll tell you why. The defense fought for, and they got an additional 2 more hours for me to attend the deposition. And I tell Garl, why? Because they wanted me to respond to Dana's deposition. My second ex. You're always my first. I mean, what kind of bogus crap is that? They wanted me to list her statements that I disagreed with. So they could throw them back at me later and go, well, you didn't agree to this, you must, or disagree with it, you must agree with it then, right? That kind of horseshit. So we got it covered. Here's what happened. Shorten it up a bit. So I get in there. The 5 different defense law firms are in there with all of their people. Dana Fox representing the city. Total time Dana Fox talked to me, because he had 2 hours, right? Total time that he actually talked to me and I responded back to him was like 7 minutes. Okay, you want to ask some questions now? No? You? No? You? No? You? No? Okay, we're all done. But all 5 law firms are billing for preparation for that deposition, deposition time, processing afterwards, the motion prior to that to even get it approved, all the court time. Every one of them has taken it out of your pockets and not even asked me a question. Because they have an unlimited checkbook of taking your money away. That needs to be followed from the city manager and get accountability. What's that?
The haters are going to look like idiots in the civil trial.
Well, the haters are idiots. Yes, sir.
The very fact that you were a peace officer had to have been doubly appalling that they basically how they circled the wagons and basically you don't matter, your son didn't matter. Yeah. And the idea that that was your brotherhood, you were part of that.
Right on cue.
The fact that they just throw you out the door. Yeah, you don't matter.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of, I've seen a lot of corruption in the sheriff's department too. I mean, it's everywhere. But you know, I'll hand it to you. There's still some really good cops out there. I just want to see more of them. I really do. And just because a cop one day pulls somebody out of a burning car doesn't mean he's a fantastic officer. He did a fantastic deed then. What's his career like? What's he really like? I want to know that about him, you know. Maybe Ramos or Cincinnati did something heroic in their careers. I don't know. But we know what kind of people they really are. And I'm tired of it. What we need to do is start getting rid of the chiefs and the sheriffs that don't keep their people in check.
Any comments on that OCPA or insights?
On the district attorney, you should have handed it off to his lead, absolute top homicide prosecutor. Absolutely. He should have never prosecuted it himself. Absolutely. He didn't have the skills. That was very evident.
He wanted to?
No. Politically, he wanted to handle it himself.
How do we get rid of him?
Through election. That's the only way. He's elected. Lost my vote.
How do we expose him?
What do you mean by expose him? He's been exposed all over in the papers,
But
everywhere.
how do we put more exposure out there? Because going to the city council meeting, that exposes my. But what can
City councils don't do it, okay? He is the district attorney for Orange County. A city council meeting has no bearing at all. You can go to the county board of supervisors meeting, that still has no bearing because he is an elected official.
So we just have to wait until the next election?
Or start a recall.
He's already announced he's going to run.
Start a recall. So, all right. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Any questions?
Yeah. I know that you had mentioned that you didn't necessarily want us to go to a civil trial. How can we get updates by it? Or
Here's why. It's not
I want to meet Marlene and Shelley's 1100.
the only reason I said that is because that part's not important to me. I want it to go through. I want justice. Yes, I do.
But I want to know what's going on in there. I want to hear what's being said.
And you can go.
No, but I mean, is there like transcripts or something that we can get? Does it become public documents?
Well, it's all public. Yeah, it's all public.
But is there a way to get transcripts maybe afterwards?
Yes.
Does
Yeah,
that
you
become
contact the
public?
court clerk and you can get it.
That's why
I know that for
just say that.
criminal trial,
Yeah. Well, any other questions, folks?
We kept in touch with Pastor Wiley Drake.
What's that?
We kept in touch with Pastor Wiley Drake.
Always. Always. Pastor Wiley Drake,
How is
yes.
he doing?
Well, he's back east. He's still fighting the fight.
Yeah.
How long is the civil case? They're estimating 5 to 6 weeks. A lot of people involved. So, a lot going to go on.
Justice.
Where's that going to be at, Ron? Here, Santa Ana or here?
Santa Ana, 5th floor.
So are you going to keep us updated on the Kelly Thomas murder trial while it's going on, or are you going to concentrate on the
No, I'm gonna take that page down and create a new one.
Is that the Reagan building?
And you know what? I think it's time, and I should have done this a long time ago, but I think it's time that Kelly Thomas had his own page.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. That's a great idea.
I think it's time
So
Kelly
you're
Thomas
going
had
to
his
let us
own
know on
page.
the other one when you're going to do that, though. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well, that way you'll know.
All right.
That's a good thought.
You have to send us invites to like the new pages so we know it's up.
Yeah. So,
Kelly Thomas.
yeah, I think that's a great idea. And you know what? It's not going to be a page to where I'm going to receive posts from all over the world about something that's happened to somebody else or somebody's point of view. It's about Kelly Thomas, his life, pictures, things. Him and I playing the guitar, the things that we've done.
Just a good, happy, positive. Yeah.
Kelly Thomas page.
Figure and make it so that people can't post to the page.
Kelly Thomas page, yeah. If you have questions about it or any other things like that, just comment on my page, you know. But it'll be just a page about that. So that'll be a real good thing, and he deserves that. He deserves that. I'll never give up. I'll never quit. You know, I'll never give up or never quit.
Here, Ron.
Like I stated yesterday, I don't forgive. I don't forget. I don't forget. I just forgot. Forgive, forget,
expect us.
whatever. Right? So, okay. Thank you very much for being here, folks. Thanks.
Thank you, Ron.
Hey.
My camera works.
Hey.
I couldn't even tell.
Hey.
It's hard to tell with extensions these days.
You wave?
They
Say
make
hi,
it so
Princess.
They make it really good.
Say hi, Princess Serenity.
Thanks for helping, ladies.
Cool.
I'm your nanny for the day.
I love it. So I would try to teach all this stuff.
Curtis.
Hey, there you are. How's it going?
So, good to see you. Well, Kelly's Corner, 4-year anniversary. Rest in peace. Fight is continued. So, thank you all for staying tuned and being part of this with us.
Yeah, it's one of those things. We were just here a couple of weeks ago.
See what they did to the trash? They cut those, put a fence on top of the trash.
People from peeing in there.
Keep the vermin out.
Peace and love. Archive.